It's really impressive that you've solved this problem, because I feel as though in these situations, especially working with your primary customer, which was the provider themselves, a lot of them seem like they're afraid of liability. They're afraid of any issues that could cause any type of problems. Are you worried about risks having taken care of patients in home? Is this something that's a huge hurdle for a lot of the customers that you're working with? And how do you manage that?
Well, 97,000 people die of medical errors in hospitals every year. It's the third leading cause of death. It's equivalent to about 3 737s crashing every single day, and it never makes the news. So it's a massively dangerous business, the hospital business. And the errors are well known. They're typically from infection, falls, and they're in many, many cases difficult to resolve because the site itself is a factory of germs, and it really isn't designed to help a patient recover naturally from illness. Their bed is too high, the bathroom is not their bathroom. Everything about a hospital, they're not ambulating, they're not moving around enough, they're not walking their dog, they're not checking mail, they're not sleeping. And when we first started, one of our patients said, the last time I was in the hospital, they woke me up at 3:30 in the morning to give me a sleeping pill. She said, that summarizes the hospital for me, she said. So hospitals are dangerous. Being sick is dangerous. Medicine is dangerous. The home has been proven to be much safer. All the data, the randomized controlled trials have been around for a long time. They're published and by the top academic medical centers. So do I think about and worry about liability? Of course. Do I worry about patients? Much more than I worry about liability. It's dangerous to be sick. And it's dangerous to be old and sick because there's still a lot of judgment involved in making decisions. Those decisions are made by the physicians of our customer, but it's still a very heavy burden. Are they worried about it? Everyone's worried about medical liability because it's a large burden. But I think as physicians, our customers get the feedback from the patients, which is always extraordinary and exceptional, and they realize this is what they want to do for their own mother, then there's a mindset change. There's a mindset change, and the mindset change is not whether the home is less safe than the hospital. The mindset change is, am I ready to embrace the risks that are associated with caring for patients because they're in a new setting, and that old setting is very familiar, including liability. The new setting isn't that familiar. So there is discomfort, Kyle, but depending on the customer, depending on the feedback loop and how long that feedback loop operates, customers come along and they get very excited about the model. And patient feedback is the medicine for that fear.